The night was calm, quiet, and peaceful on Earth. People were sleeping, roads were empty, and the sky was full of stars. No one knew that everything would change before sunrise, far above the clouds. Something huge was entering Earth's orbit, something that did not belong to this world. Commander Raylan, a 27-year-old human soldier, had just finished his night patrol. He was tired and ready to go home when he noticed a strange light in the sky. It wasn't a plane, or a satellite, or a meteor. The light was too bright. And it was moving too fast. Raylan stopped his jeep and stepped outside. The light grew bigger, wider, and hotter. Birds fled the trees, dogs barked loudly, and the ground began to shake. Within seconds, the light exploded across the sky like a giant burning sun. Raylan shielded his eyes. Something was coming, something massive. Within minutes, military alarms began to scream across the country. Bases woke up, radios buzzed with panic, and fighter jets took to the sky. Raylan immediately rushed back into his jeep and raced toward the nearest outpost. But he was too late. A giant shadow fell over the land. It was not one ship. It was hundreds. Long, black, metallic warships, shaped like knives, filled the sky. They covered the stars and blocked the moon. The sky turned dark as night. The invasion had begun. Raylan reached the outpost. But everyone was already outside, staring at the impossible sight. Soldiers whispered in fear. Officers shouted orders. And no one understood what was happening. Then the first ship opened. A bright circular crack appeared on its underside. The metal peeled away like the petals of a black flower. From inside, a low thunder-like sound echoed across the sky. And then they appeared tall, armored. Blue-skinned aliens stepped out. Their eyes glowed white, their helmets shone with strange symbols, and their weapons hummed with unnatural energy. They moved in perfect formation, like they had trained for this moment for years. The aliens walked forward, and then fired. Energy blasts struck the ground and exploded in bright blue flames. Cars melted. Buildings shattered. The earth itself burned. Soldiers screamed and ran for cover, but the alien weapons were too fast, too powerful, too accurate. Raylan grabbed his rifle and took cover behind a concrete wall. His heart pounded, but his mind stayed clear. Years of training took over. He aimed, he fired. The bullet hit one of the aliens straight in the chest. The alien stumbled, but didn't fall. The armor absorbed the hit like it was nothing. The alien slowly turned its head toward Raylan and aimed its glowing weapon directly at him. Raylan jumped aside just as the energy blast struck the wall, turning it into dust. Fall back. Fall back. A captain shouted. But fall back where? The enemy was everywhere. Raylan pulled two soldiers to cover and helped an injured man move away. He fired again and again, even though it barely slowed the aliens down. The humans were losing fast. The war had started without warning. And humans were not ready. But even in the middle of chaos, Raylan noticed something strange. The aliens were not chasing civilians. They ignored humans running away. They attacked only military bases, only soldiers, only weapons. This is not a random attack, Raylan said breathlessly. They have a plan. But what plan? Suddenly, a deep voice boomed across the battlefield, echoing from the largest alien ship. Humans. We are the Zorith Dominion. Surrender your weapons. Surrender your armies. We do not wish to destroy you, but we need your planet. Raylan froze. Need the planet? Why? The voice continued, calm but cold. We seek one thing. Give us the location of the human known as Ethan Cross. Raylan's blood ran cold. Ethan Cross. A name he had heard only in rumors. A name spoken in military circles with fear and confusion. A human soldier who had disappeared years ago after a classified mission in space. No one knew what happened to him, but the aliens clearly did. And the war will end, the voice promised. Soldiers looked at each other, shocked. The aliens came to Earth. For one human, Raylan whispered, "What did Ethan do to them?" Before anyone could answer, a massive explosion erupted behind them. The ground split open. Vehicles flew through the air. The aliens advanced again. Raylan grabbed his rifle, ran forward, and shouted at his squad, "Spread out. Don't stay in one place." He jumped behind a destroyed tank and shot at an alien weapon. Sparks flew. The aliens stumbled, losing balance. Raylan took the chance and fired again, hitting the alien's unarmored knee. The alien fell, so the aliens could be hurt. If hit in the right place, Raylan yelled, "Aim for the joints." "They're not armored, they're..." Soldiers followed his command. Slowly, humans began to slow the alien advance. Just a little but enough to show resistance. The aliens responded by calling in drone support. Floating silver machines rained energy blasts from above. The sky turned into a storm of blue fire. Raylan rolled under a drone blast and threw a grenade. The explosion shattered the drone in two. Metal pieces, but something else was happening. The alien commander on the warship suddenly yelled something in its own language. The aliens began to retreat, not because humans were winning, but because something massive was entering the atmosphere behind them. Raylan turned around. A gigantic burning object fell from the sky like a meteor. It was not alien. It was not human. It was something else entirely. It crashed into the ground with a shockwave strong enough to knock every soldier down. Dust and fire rose into the air. Through the smoke, a large metal pod slowly opened. Inside it lay a human, a man with scars, old armor, and lifeless eyes. The soldiers whispered in disbelief, "Is that? It can't be. It's him. Ethan Cross." The man the aliens feared the most. The reason the war had begun? Raylan stared at the mysterious human who had fallen from the sky. Like an omen, the unexpected war had only begun, and the real story was just starting.